Should you or should you not do cardio for fat loss? I'm gonna give it to you straight away. It is unnecessary. However, there's some things to consider. And in this video, I'm gonna break down this topic and give my opinion on whether or not you should train cardio if your goal is to lose fat or maybe beyond that, okay? So we're gonna take a look at this whiteboard here. I'm gonna try to make it make sense for you guys. So in my opinion, there's two types of people. There's people who love doing cardio and there's people who hate doing cardio. I happen to be the first type. So person one loves cardio, person two hates cardio, okay? So we're gonna break it down and chances are you're gonna identify yourself as one of these examples that I'm about to break down. And then I'm gonna give you sort of my opinion of how you should approach your training and whether or not you should do any cardio in your training. All right, so person one enjoys cardio. They love it. Maybe it's mental for them. Maybe it's just, they enjoy that actual physical challenge. We're going to talk about this a little bit deeper, a little bit later. But so the person one, bottom line, they love it. They enjoy it, So in the first scenario, person who loves cardio is already lean. Just keep doing. If this is you, if you're already lean and you already found the cardio that you love doing, keep doing what you're doing, man. You're killing it. If you love cardio, but you're not happy with how lean you are, then you need to address your nutrition. Chances are that you probably need some things dialed in calorically, and ideally you want to look at your macros, I think, because protein is non-negotiable for recovery. And so there's a chance that something is off with your fats and carbs. So definitely need to address nutrition, because if you're already training and ideally you want to do some type of strength training, some type of resistance training in order to, at the very minimum, maintain the muscle mass that you have and hopefully build some more. And then if you already do whatever variation of cardio on top of that and you're still not happy with how lean you are, then it's definitely a nutrition problem and you need to address this. Maybe you enjoy sweets too much, maybe you don't track your food, maybe you do too many cheat days. Chances are it's one of those things, and if you address it and clean some things up and just be a little bit more disciplined about it, I'm not saying you should go on a diet, I'm not saying you should restrict, but just be more mindful about your nutrition. If you address that, you will get lean, because if your training is dialed in, it's your diet that prevents you from achieving the physique that you're after. Next situation is, second person is the one who hates cardio, right? So if you're a person who happens to hate cardio training, right? If you're already lean, then it's optional for you. You don't have to do it. But there's something you should consider, and that's the benefits of cardio. There's some obvious benefits of cardio, like heart health, right? But I'm gonna talk about this a little bit more after I'm gonna talk about the person who is not lean and hates cardio, right? So this is the second situation with the person who hates cardio. They hate it and they're not lean, and they're not doing the cardio, right? So I would recommend find the cardio that you enjoy doing, because there's so many different options out there, and I bet you can find something that you love and enjoy doing, something that makes you better, something that develops you as a person. You acquire and develop new skills. Maybe it's boxing, maybe it's jiu-jitsu, maybe it's dance, I don't know, maybe it's rowing. For somebody it's running. I know some people who love running, so maybe it's you. So if this is you right here, if you say you hate cardio and you're not doing it, you just need to find what you enjoy doing, and that will help you obviously with your fat loss goals. And even more than that, now we're going to talk about the benefits of cardio, right? So if you're a person who loves it and you're already lean, you're already reaping these benefits, right? If you person who loves the cardio, not lean, you need to address your nutrition, and you're gonna maximize the benefits of cardio that I'm gonna talk about. If you're lean but you're not training cardio, this is what's on the table for you, man. Your quality of life will definitely go up if you find the cardio that you enjoy, because you're gonna reap these benefits that I'm gonna talk about in a second. And if you're a person who hates cardio, then you really need to listen up right here, right? So number one, like I already said, there's some obvious benefits, like, it's your cardiovascular health, right? Cardiovascular disease is one of the highest causes of mortality, right, in the world. So there you go. That's a big reason already, but I want to go a little bit more into specifics. So mental health and stress relief kind of go together, I think, because when you do cardio, I'm going to speak for myself, right? It gets me into this flow state, man. It's like nothing else exists but that thing that I'm doing. Sometimes it's boxing, sometimes it's jiu-jitsu, sometimes I go to the gym and I do stair stepper for an hour, but when you do whatever that form of cardio that you enjoy doing, you get into this zone, whether it's zone in or zone out, right? Where like everything disappears. There's only that thing that you're doing, and there's that moment, and there's something about it that puts you into this flow state where you forget about all the problems, where none of the bullshit, none of the stuff like that you normally would be worrying about, none of that even exists. There's just this thing that you're doing. You're completely focused on what's in front of you, and you're working to better yourself. You're working to improve yourself. And that's just beautiful, Undoubtedly, that will help you improve your mental health. It will help you find presence, right? Because a lot of people, they just constantly thinking, worrying about the future, or they overthinking the past, but none of that shit exists, right? There's only this moment. Life is only happening right now. And I feel like finding the cardio that you enjoy doing helps you be more present, and helps you appreciate the moment, and helps you really focus on what is, not fantasize about the future and overthink the past and stuff like that. And obviously stress relief, you might have kids, you might have a stressful day at work. Man, if after a long stressful day you go and you take a boxing class or a jiu-jitsu class, or you go for a run, man, I guarantee you, no matter what mood you're in, you're gonna feel better after you do that cardio training. So if you're in terrible mood, I guarantee you're gonna be in a good mood after you go and train. And if you are in good mood, you're gonna leave yourself feeling absolutely phenomenal at the end of your training. So there's that. Next thing is longevity, especially if you're a person who is a parent, like I am. I'm a father. I want to be there for my son as long as I can be there for him. And not only that, but I want to be as the best version of myself. I want to show up for him as the best father that I can be. And leading by example and taking care of my health and fitness is a part of being the best father that I can be. I can make a separate video on that, but I'm just going to leave it at that. If you're a parent, I'm sure you understand what I meant by that. Next thing is called heart rate variability. I'm going to try to include Andrew Huberman's clip on this in this video, He talked about it beautifully. I am not a scientist, I'm a trainer, so I can't explain it in the beautiful scientific terms like Andrew Huberman, for example, can do that. But basically, you know, when you train cardio and you put yourself through that type of stress, right, you make your body more resilient to all types of stress.
Heart rate variability is simply the distance between your heartbeats, or rather the time between your heartbeats, which we know if those timings between your heartbeats are somewhat variable, that is correlated with positive physical and mental health outcomes. One of the ways that you can increase heart rate variability is to get regular cardiovascular exercise,
including viruses and emotional stress and all type of stress, right? And if you're human, chances are 1000% that you are dealing with stress. Even if you have everything in your life figured out, you're killing it with your, you know, your relationships, your business, your fitness, like all of these aspects of your life are on point, there's still going to be stressors, right? And you know, training cardio can make you more resilient to all kinds of stress and all kinds of stressors. And you can respond to those stresses as a more calm and collected version of self. And who would not want that? I mean, come on. So there you have it. That's just my 2 cents on how cardiovascular training can help you level up as a person, man, and help you feel better mentally, relieve that stress, live longer and enjoy life, and be there for your family, you know, not just be there for your family for a longer time, but have a better quality time, more quality of that time as well, you know, and obviously resilience to all kinds of stress. And we can agree that life gets stressful sometimes. So who would not want to face that stress with more confidence and calmness inside of them when that stress shows up and knocks on your door? So there you have it. I hope that gives you more clarity of whether or not you should do cardio. I think it's a no-brainer. Whether you are already lean, I think you should consider doing it for all these reasons that I just mentioned. And if you're not lean and your goal is to lose fat, you're gonna rip all of these benefits. And if you find the cardio that you enjoy, it's just gonna make it feel more fun for you to get in the shape that you're after. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I would love to hear your opinion on what I just talked about, whether you agree or disagree. If you are already training, if you're already noticing any of these benefits in yourself and how that boosted your quality of life, I would love to hear that. Any type of feedback you have for me, put it in the comments underneath the video. And if you enjoy this type of content, I would appreciate if you hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.